Hi, I'm Izzy Medrano. I'm a character concept artist on God of War 3 team. A character concept artist is part of the VizDev team, which is we're the first people to tackle things on a project. We're assigned characters, and then we come up with a bunch of ideas for how they might look and create variations for people down the line. The art director will come to us with a description of what they need. Sometimes combat will come to us, combat design will come to us with a description of what they need. We discuss with them some ideas, but pretty much we'll go right to pen and paper, start drawing, or the computer, come up with a bunch of quick thumbnail concepts that art direction will come back, take a look at, and then we sort of narrow it down from there. When you do character design, you basically come up with a character piece, something that describes what that person or creature feels like in game. But in order for the modeler to build it, you need something that's got a lot more detail, and it generally, with an orthographic, will show them the front, the back, and the side of that character in a T-pose so that it's very easy for them to build. I worked on some important characters for the game. God of War 3, I did Aphrodite, Hercules, Pandora, and Daedalus. Daedalus was an interesting character. Daedalus is an inventor in Greek mythology who came up with, he's the father of Icarus, and he came up with, the Icarus wings. He built the labyrinth and did all of these things. Daedalus is sort of like a tragic figure. He doesn't know that his son is dead, so Kratos has to inform him that he tore his son apart. As this tragic figure, I kind of had to design this old man who had been beaten up by the gods. Because we couldn't handle beards at the time, he's now sort of shaven all over and draped with his dirty sheets. Pandora was another character that I had done for God of War 3. Pandora had to be this character that brought Kratos back from the brink. There was a lot of back and forth. That was a really, really difficult character to design because we had different ideas on what wholesome was, on what innocent was, and how to get the outfit to sell it, how to get her hairstyle to sell it. So what we ended up with in the end is sort of a good sort of mix of everybody's ideas on the process. Aphrodite was a whole other challenge in that she was to be everybody's dream of what the hottest goddess could possibly be. We were very clear with her purpose and her intent, and we wanted her to sort of stand and look like she owned her sexuality. So the next part was just getting her face to be something that everybody could be happy with. And I remember that we were actually art directing pixel by pixel, like moving the nose around, like how thick the lips should be, so that we could get something that everybody would agree was the goddess of love. After all of the pain and the hard work, I'm really pleased with how she came out. She is different in the game, but she's really fantastic. The animation is incredible. It's always good as a concept artist to after you've built and designed this thing, to see that end product and see what an amazing team like this has done with it. The key to making Kratos look super savage was making him mostly naked and just this violent guy covered in blood. And we kind of did the same thing with Hercules. We took off a lot of his clothes, just gave him his toga skirt with some battle armor, and we decided to use the Nemean cestus for his primary weapon that Kratos takes from him, and he just became this real big monster by the end of the game. As a concept artist, moving into next gen from PS2, it's a jump up in that we can show a whole lot more, and we're required to come up with some more in-depth detail to our designs, especially as character designers. The downside to that is we have to paint every little detail. Concept art used to be a very sort of inspirational aspect to game development, where we would paint something and then the next guy would take it and sort of expand on it and add his own ideas and sort of just build. And how it works now is it's much more like film, in that we have to come up with a really finalized design that's very, very tight. And when we pass it off to the modelers, they basically have to model exactly what our orthographics show. So front, side, and back, everything has to be worked out as a concept artist. When I was in college, not that long ago, I played God of War 1, and I actually changed my major or adjusted my major based on that. I wanted to do concept art for video games. And I decided then that I wanted to work on a God of War game. So many years down the line, actually being able to join the team and be a supporting member of a project like this that's a dream come true for me. That's my proudest achievement, actually working on the God of War 3 with the God of War team. That's awesome.